How everybody's doing? I pray everyone's having a blessed and productive day. And once again, if things do seem as if they're hard, you're having rough times, understand that God has a better plan for you, and you just have to continue believing, and continue keeping that faith and understand that something going on right now within the higher power. Right now, I want to touch on the topic, more so for my guys, women don't take offense, which this do refer to certain females, but more so I want to touch this topic and reach out to my guys. And I'm not gonna beat around the bush, I'm gonna get straight to it. Guys, we beefing with dudes in the streets about what? We street cred, a name, a flag, a neighborhood, a gang. Like we not getting nothing from that. We losing more than we gaining. And when I say we, I mean we as a family. And I really want to touch this topic, and I want to go into it on a deeper note. And I say we because I live that life. I've been through that. And trust and believe when I tell you nothing positive came out of that. And like I said, I want to touch this topic on a deeper note to get you guys to understand what's really going on. And we beefing with dudes, really I don't understand why. I mean, I do, but it's no relevance behind it. We label dude ops, which stems from opponent, opposition, street terms, the other side. But it's like, it ain't worth it. And take that coming from me. A lot of people who know me, who know my story, who know what I've been through for the last decade, trust me, it's not worth it. We losing. We hurting each other. When I say we, I mean we as a family. We losing on both sides of the stick. On the other side, that family, they losing, they lose a loved one. They have to grieve and mourn something they can't get back for life. And on the other side of the stick, we losing. Because now we lose our life, to the prison system. Now our family have to suffer, our family have to go through it, and our family have to sit back and stress, unnecessary stress, and they have to live this moment with us. And like I said, I do want to touch it on a deeper level. Like, we as men, step one, we lose our kids. Now we leaving our kids out here to be raised by the streets or to be raised by a single parent, when really we supposed to be the ones that are raising them, to teach them the decency, the morals, and the standards, to how to be a man. Or if it's a young girl, how to be a queen, how to carry yourself. And it's like, it's bad. I'm seeing this every day, and it's like, for what? And I'm going to be completely honest with you. The world we living in right now, 8 out of 10 of these crimes is being solved. Whether it's somebody snitching on you, whether it's these police really doing their homework to find out who is who and what is what, or, they run these cameras back. And I'm not sitting back trying to tell you how to slide or how to take care of your business. I'm trying to reach out and tell you it's not worth it. And it's like, to see what's going on, I don't understand. Like I said, I've been through that, lived that phase in my life. And if I could take it back, I'd do it. I wish I knew better back then. That's why I'm trying to reach out and get certain individuals to understand what's really what on a deeper level. So you sit back and you get indicted. And it's like, now you got your parents, you got your family, you got your kids, you got your spouses out here stressing. Now it don't just become something for them emotionally, spiritually, and mentally. Now this becomes financial. Because if you look back at it now to talk to you, to see how you're doing, that's money being put out for the phone service. And everybody right now busy. Everybody right now trying to take care of their business and trying to, stack money up. But it's hard when that money, irrelevant money, have to be put out to see how you doing, to make sure you are right. And if you sit back and look at them bank statements, or you sit back and you run it back, them numbers add up. Then on top of that, they have to put money in your books just to make sure you eat, just to make sure you are right. That gas fare to come down to the county or go to the prison system to visit you every week, every other week, every other month, that adds up. That's why they losing. on that level. The family, they lose on a whole nother level. They lose a loved one. Now they have to grieve and mourn. And it's like, we don't truly understand what's what. All over what? Pulling the trigger? Now, it becomes more so a legal extortion. Because the government know, just as well as we know, that money have to be put out to make sure you are right. And it's like we sit back and we go through, we gun at each other on an everyday basis for what? When I tell you, me learning and me understanding, life is the most precious thing we was gifted to from God. And we taking it from each other. But we also putting ourselves in jeopardy. Taking that risk of taking another life. And it's like, if y'all dudes understand like what's really what, like that's irrelevant. Like it's really life out here to live. And you know, when I sit back and I hear certain songs and I hear certain people, and don't get me wrong, like certain music good, but I can understand that a lot of these dudes out here is being highly influenced off this modern day rap music. So to hear Kodak Black say "Dying to Live," it don't make no sense. If you could tell me how that makes sense, I agree with you. But it don't make no sense. Dying to live, nah, you need to live to live. And it's like we go through so much, and it's like, for what? Taking each other's lives, risking our lives, being placed in a system where everything is being snatched right from up under you. You being told when to use the bathroom. You being told when to watch TV. You being told when to use the phone. You being told when to talk. For what? Because of a neighborhood? Because of a flag? Because of a game? And it's like, when I was young, I didn't understand. But me as a man understanding right now that life is the most precious thing we have to hold on to. Our freedom, our dignity, morals, standards, decency. Fellas, you know, like, try to see this from a different point of view. And sometimes for you to see the picture, you have to be outside of the picture. And me reaching out, I'm trying to get everyone to understand, like, it's not worth it. It's not. You sit back and you ask yourself, like, is it really worth it? Like, what am I doing this for? And I understand in the streets, you know, you live by certain codes, you know what I'm saying? You got to sit back and you got to make sure you that type of person, you know, for that game, you know what I'm saying? You got to make sure, okay, you hold your name to a certain level. But it's like, at the end of the day, that don't mean nothing. And we could sit back and go back and forth. But like I say, coming from somebody who been through that, who really like was in them streets, is like, we don't understand the half. And that's why I'm here today trying to get us to understand how. Because once you're in that system, you're in that system. And once your life gone, your life gone. Yeah, what your homie gonna say, sleep in peace, rest in peace. Put you on Facebook for what, a few months to a year. After that, it's over with. Your family left them on. Your family left to feel that pain. Right now, the police sit back and indict you on a first-degree murder. You left to feel that pain. Not nobody else. Life goes on. Your family going to continue to grow because they going to sit back and they going to build their family. Your homeboys going to move on and get new homeboys. The female's going to move on and get another man. A man who could be there for them. Not just mentally, not spiritually, but physically. And that's what we got to understand. When it comes to certain situations, we have to ask ourselves at that moment, that spirit of the moment, is it really worth it? And like I say, nowadays we so highly influenced on this music. That music ain't real. The music ain't real, man. I'm trying to get certain dudes to understand, like, pay attention to what's going on. Y'all see what's going on. Y'all watch the news, y'all watch TMZ, y'all be on World Star. So much people dying right now. And it's like, for what? But behind the people dying, people being locked up behind that too. That's why I go back to what I said before. 8 out of 10 of these cases being solved. So you be that fool and pick up that gun and go do what you do There's consequence behind every action, whether it's a good or a bad. And 10 out of 10, behind picking up that gun, it's going to be a bad. It's going to be a bad consequence behind that action. And like I say, like, I can't judge nobody. I'm not trying to change nobody's life. I'm trying to get certain people to understand and see life from a different point of view, to fully evaluate situations before stepping into them head first. And it hurt me. And I'm not going to play the race card. I'm not going to make this a race thing. But as seeing my black brothers being taken away for life, being taken away for 20, 30 years, people not even 30 years old getting 30 years. You haven't even experienced to live life yet. You haven't been on this earth to understand life yet that many years. So take into consideration, when you really want to go through it or beef with somebody, take that time out to ask yourself, is it really worth it? Is it worth hurting my family? Is it worth hurting that other family? Is it worth spending the rest of my life in prison? Is it worth watching over my shoulder for the rest of my life? And like I say, this not me just reaching out, just speaking to blow out. This coming from somebody who really went through that. This coming from somebody who damn near had their life took. Somebody who was facing the death sentence, somebody who overcame the death sentence, somebody who actually grew and matured on a whole nother level to understand none of that was never worth it from day one. And I just want everybody to understand, like, life bigger than what we think. Like, we can actually take out our time to live life. We can actually take out our time to really raise our kids. We can actually take out our time to be better role models and positive role models and mentors to our kids, to others. If we really put it into, really take out that time and give it our all. And you know, it's like I say, women, don't take offense to this. You know, it do refer to certain women, but more so, I just want to reach out to the men who I feel like, you know, just throwing their lives away or really harming others for no typical reason. And you know, me reaching out, you know, it's like it's coming from a different point of view. Somebody who really sitting from the sideline, watching the game and understanding the wrong plays is being called. In order to win this game, you have to make the right decisions in certain situations and call the right calls. And you know, like fellas, like, you know I can't touch and I can't reach everybody, and I don't want nobody to take offense to this. Once again, I'm not trying to judge nobody. I'm not trying to categorize nobody. I'm just trying to get certain people to understand, like, fully evaluate situations before they occur. Take that time out. When you heated, when you feel like blowing steam, or you feel like you want to go kill another person, is it really worth it? 10 out of 10, you'll tell yourself it's not. I honestly believe you'll tell yourself it's not. Today we can make a difference, and we can change that whole mental to learn to not let certain things get to us. To learn to overlook certain situations, to learn that life is bigger than we portray, or certain people portray it to be, to learn that life bigger than that game life. And once again, you know, I thank everybody, you know, just for tuning in, just to hear me, you know, speak on life. Life itself, that's what we speak on. And this is going on in everyday life. You know, life is something to be cherished. Life is something that's valued. Life is something that we all need to experience. And once again, I thank everybody. You know, I just ask that you continue tuning in and continue being with me. Thank you. You know, and I just ask, you know, subscribe. Hashtag life itself. That's what we're going to speak on. Appreciate it. Make sure you take care of yourself. Be blessed and be safe. Thank you.